on, let me take a hit off the piezo. I'm just kidding. The cop behind me and shit. I always like to take a hit before I get down the big hill. Whoa, it's a roller coaster ride on crack. I'm guarded badly because I'm on Brown and I'm going downtown. I'm just falling into the stereotype. Look, the eclipse told you motherfuckers who was in charge. Dawn? Which Dawn? Yes, exactly. Not that motherfucker anymore. Which Dawn is Ghost. He went back to the motherland to defend it. On the coast. The eclipse told you who was in charge. Which Dawn? No, not that Dawn. The real Dawn. I have it on the back of my window. And I don't even skateboard, homie. Give me another hit off that piezo. You know, where do they get the name piezo? We've always debated this. Why would you care? Okay, where did you get the name paraphernalia? He was arrested. Why? Because he had some paraphernalia. What the fuck is a paraphernalia? I don't know. Could be anything. Could be made of glass or could be made of brass. Whoa. This motherfucker. What are you talking about? I don't know anything about that shit. See, you assume because he discusses it, he must not be in some Narcotics Anonymous program. I've completed more days of Narcotics Anonymous in a row. I went for a year every day because they said that was the only way. Well, they said there was a 95% success rate, and I was that scared because I couldn't get off of Vicodin. That they said, now I'm not even caring that much about really the program as much as the statistic really is that if you go to NA meetings for every day for a year, 95% of people will never relapse on that drug. I don't know how that works, but I'll do it. So I did it. I've never relapsed on that drug. So that was something special. But you know, when people start talking to me and giving me all this shit, because they assume because I'm supposed to all of a sudden turn into some anti-drug person. No. Like I said, best meeting I ever went to, the lady said, you know, I love drugs. I'm not gonna lie like all you do. I'm not gonna stand up here and say, you know, I'm pregnant now and I went to court and I have to get signatures, so I'm really happy that I'm sober now. Bullshit. You don't like that heroin feeling? We all love it, but the problem is this: Don wants to be a ballerina. And Don can be a ballerina if he wants to in his room, but really it's not gonna work out for him. It's just not. It's not gonna work out. He wants to be a ballerina, but it's not gonna work out for him. And so that is the equivalent of the way this lady saw. I mean, she didn't use me as an example, but she said basically, you know, it's just a dream that you have that, you know, yeah, it's great. We all want to be something when we're kids. Everyone wants to use drugs. It's fun. You can experiment with them, but if you think it's going to work out in a lifetime sense, you're just a dreamer. You know, you're you know, Brock Purdy or something like that. It's very rare. You're not me. Don't try it. And to get to that point, you got to go through a lot of bullshit, and a lot of people call you Mr. Inconsequential, you're unimportant, and this and that. But sometimes you got to make a point, you know, because really, a lot of this shit that we do in life is based off of no matter what, not religion, okay? Man created religion. KKK, okay? That's a cult. Catholicism, I admit, is a cult. It's not a religion. Doing drugs is a religion because I do it all the time. Having sex with your wife is religion. Why? Because he does it religiously. See, you've got to get your definitions right. You guys have your definitions all mixed up, and when you let people inject words into your vocabulary that aren't even human, you know, like linguistic experts have looked up the word conspiracy theorist, and that's not a term that would be ever created by a human being, because it just doesn't make any sense. There's no such thing as a conspiracy theorist. Like, it sounds like it makes sense, but it's obviously crafted by another group of people or some things. I'm going to rat you out. I told you that. So, I like the word woke. I remember you mean the Grand Awakening? No, we like to say woke because we want to scare people into thinking that it's ethnically, like, created. So, we don't believe in this wokeness. And I'm, like, laughing because I'm like, nobody really believes in woke. And, like, Black Lives Matter. What you trying to say, brother? I'm trying to say that... Don't lecture me about Black Lives Matter. I was in LA 92. I already know that. They're not talking about African Americans because they're not African Americans. Now they're as American as anybody, if not more so than white people. You put down Irish American. You put down European. They don't put down African anymore. They helped build this country. They were brought here and they worked their asses off. It's their country just the same as ours. I mean, I have no idea where you think that it's a white America. I'll be honest with you, not to get racial, but that's a crack smoking thing. And that typically wasn't something white people did, but apparently they act that way. But then again, even the whole concept of smoking crack. Are we sure? Like, what is a tweaker? I've never seen someone tweak. No, I think you've seen something weird. It's kind of like that Different Strokes episode where they had the kid with epilepsy on, and Arnold and Willis and them, they're making fun of the kid. He's all doing this shaking and shit. And then Adelaide, no, it wasn't Adelaide. Who was it? Who was the other maid in Different Strokes? She chastised them. She said, "What the fuck are you doing? I'm an epileptic." Generation X is frozen. Every time you think of epilepsy, you think about that episode of Different Strokes. No. You don't think about the episode with the weird guy who's at the ice cream store and who made Dudley take off his shirt and give him some wine. That's not what we're talking about. But when you think about that also, that Arnold and Dudley were drinking wine, looking at porno, and writing each other shirtless to bring home the lesson to Generation X about child molestation and what to look out for. You can understand why we are the do not fuck with us or we will kill you generation. Or would you? Oh, fuck around and find out generation. That's right. We don't seem that way. But I always bring up a much better example. And when I bring it up, people just laugh hysterically because it is so overt of the underground violation of the children. Like the Michael Jackson programming of the children was a favorite television show of ours called HR Pufnstuf. Now listen to the lyrics. And keep in mind, it's about Peter, the little boy, who carries around a golden flute in his pocket that talks to him. Does he pack things into this golden flute? It probably does. The witch wants that golden flute. She wants to get a little puff of the golden flute. Well, it's HR Pufnstuf. HR Pufnstuf. Who's your friend when things get rough? HR Pufnstuf. You can't do a little because you can't do enough. Oh, type it into YouTube. Tell me I'm wrong. And then you understand what happened to all of us. So fuck around and go and find out. HR Pufnstuf. Speak of the devil.